I want to invite our young worshipers forward to come take a seat on the step. Come on up, friends. It's all part of the excitement. Come on up, find a seat. I had a branch here. May I borrow? Thank you, I'll give it back. Good morning, good morning. Today is a super special day. It's Palm Sunday, which is why we are all waving some palm branches, right? Also, take a look over here on our liturgical quilt. Notice we've hopped over to a new color. Today starts Holy Week. Over the next couple days, we're going to be exploring all these big feelings and big stories with lots of mystery and lots of things we're still trying to figure out. So your job is just to come with an open mind, right? There we go. So, again, today, big crowds. Imagine being in a street so packed you can barely move. Everyone is shouting, waving branches, and throwing their coats on the ground. It's loud, it's intense, and something big is happening. So, over the last couple weeks, we've been talking a lot about broken pottery. Here's the secret about today, though. It wasn't just one parade. There were actually two parades going on. On one side of the city, a man named Pilate was leading a parade of power. He had loud drums, shiny armor, and weapons. It was a parade meant to show everyone who was in charge. But on the other side of the city was Jesus, leading a parade of peace. Because of these two different ideas, the city felt like it was split right down the middle. Just like the cracks in this pottery. People were protesting, people were angry about how the world was being run, and many were shouting because they didn't want a king or a boss telling them what to do. Maybe even this weekend, you might have seen or heard about people protesting against the very idea of powerful leaders. When everyone is shouting and disagreeing, it can feel a whole lot like our world is broken apart. But, just like Lent, we've been talking all about how the gold in the fracture. So, in the middle of all that shouting and protesting on that Palm Sunday, Jesus did something different. He didn't come to be a fancy king with a crown. He just showed up to be a friend. He brought the gold of God's grace and peace right into the middle of their arguments. He wasn't there to start a fight. He was there to find people who felt broken, tired, and forgotten. He showed us that God's love doesn't wait for the world to be quiet or for everyone else to agree. God shows up in our messy, messy lives, finds the cracks, and then shines the light right through them to reveal all the grace and love. I'll show this to all of you too. So whenever you're feeling like you need an extra boost of love and peace, I want you to wave that palm branch. And remember that God isn't looking for the perfect parade. God is looking for all of us right in the middle of our questions and our broken spots. Love is the gold that holds us all together even when we don't agree. Can I get an amen? Amen. So now I want you to try to do something with me. We're going to pray a little bit, but we're going to do something a little different today. And this is for everybody, of course. So first things first, I want you to form a fist. Hold it really tight. Really, really squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And I want you to think for just a couple seconds about something that makes you feel worried and angry or like things are broken and unfair right now. And I want you to hold, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now slowly start to open up your hands, palms facing up. This is how we receive God's love and grace. Now close your eyes, take a deep breath. Dear God, the world is loud and sometimes it feels really broken. Thank you for showing up in the middle of all that noise. Fill the cracks in our hearts with your golden love and help us to be the people of peace. Amen. Let's take another deep, big breath in. Before you go, just a little bit about something going on this week. So last week we talked about these little passports to Holy Week, right? Because we're all on a pilgrimage this week, and this is a way for you to track each of the special services, including today. You get to go put a little gold star on today because you showed up today, and then there's some discussion questions and some things for you to talk about with your family all together, okay? So make sure you grab one of these, and make sure you grab a sticker for every time you show up to one of these special services over the next week. Deal? All right, thanks for joining. You can go take a seat back over at the playground or go join your families, and we'll see you later this week.